Well, thank you, and welcome everybody to our city. We appreciate you coming here as usual. It's always fun to see what you guys are up to, and you also put a nice jolt to the local economy, so we appreciate that. I do also want to start by thanking you guys and gals for your service. You know, it's funny, when I speak to groups now, I encourage everybody to run for office, and usually the room starts chuckling. You know, because I tell you what, if people ran for office and held office like we are in this room, they'd be much more sympathetic and they'd be much more willing to help than to be critical. And then I chastise them a little bit after they chuckle, because I want to remind them how our country was started. It was started with the belief that people would work in the private sector, then they'd go to the public sector and help out a little bit, and then go back to the farm, or wherever they went back to, so we can have a representative democracy here. So you can't say that you're patriotic and you're all in it if all you do is sit on the couch and carp about other people doing things. So I want to thank you all. We all have similar positions. We know something's going to happen tomorrow. You just don't know what it is, or where it is, or when it is. But in our business, things are happening all the time. So thanks for the good service that you all are doing. It's an honor for us here in Louisville to host you all. You come here a lot. We really appreciate that. There's so much similarity that we have from our coal fields to the western part of the state, from Rupp Arena to the KFC Yum Center. We share one heart as a city. And we all want the same thing also for our economy, which thankfully we're coming out of that dark recession we're in slowly, but we're coming out of it. We want opportunities for our kids and grandkids. I have never met anybody anywhere that doesn't want a better future for their kids. We want a safe place to live and work, and then we want healthy families and healthy communities as well. We all share that in common. Now, to buttress that, what you're going to be hearing me and a bunch of other folks talking about in this upcoming legislative session is the importance, I believe, and many others believe also, of giving us more tools as county executives and mayors to be able to compete in this world that we live in right now, because we all face serious financial challenges with our budgets right now. We don't have enough revenue, but we got too many expenses. So the question is, for us, is what kind of options are we going to have to deal with that? We can either keep putting duct tape on the sinking ships, or we can try poking this hole here and fixing that hole over there. But we all know when we look out 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, we can't keep going on this way. So let's look around the country and say, what are other people doing that have the same situation that we were in or were in, and what have they done about it? So we're going to be talking about the possibility of having a local option sales tax for all of our counties here in Kentucky. 37 states already allow their citizens to have this local option. And what that is citizen groups identify specific projects that they want paid for in a specific way, and it will end after a specific time. So it could be parks, it could be school buses, it could be transportation, it could be paving the roads that haven't been paved in too long, it could be new connector roads. But we allow our citizens to decide. In the 2012 election cycle, 68% of the specific initiatives that were on the ballot around the country passed. So what we hear from people is they don't want our general funds to get bigger, but they will vote for specific projects that the people decide they want for their communities. So it could be you all that decide what those projects are for your community, or it could be a group of citizens that also come together either by themselves or a hybrid of elected officials and citizens as well. Then you decide if you want to put them on the ballot, and then the people decide in a referendum if they want to pay for them. So it's a very straightforward mechanism. It's as close as you can get to home rule of allowing people to decide what they want to do. Because folks, I don't think we're going to be getting any more money from Washington, D.C. We're not going to be getting any more money from Frankfurt to help our localities. So we need options to deal with this ourselves. And most people call this a penny sales tax. Here's what a penny sales tax would raise in Simpson County, for instance. Would be $1 million a year. Laurel County, $4 million a year. Boone County, Warren County, about $12.5 million a year. So where I come from, that's some real money. It also creates jobs as well. If your communities are like mine here, we got roads that are way past due being paved. We got parks projects that are either in disrepair or haven't started yet. We can do something about this by letting the people vote on it. Now, they can vote no, but let's give them the shot to do this as well. Now, we've got a step between where we're at today and putting this on the local ballots. And that is, we do not have the right, as counties, to enact a local sales tax by our state constitution. So we got to get the state constitution changed. And some people say, that's too hard. We shouldn't try that. I said, well, why are we holding office if we don't want to try to make things better? And as I talk to people now about this, I would say we're getting 80 to 85% favorability of people saying, yes, we should be able to choose. So to change the state constitution, as you all well know, requires 60% of the House and 60% of the Senate. Then it would go on the statewide referendum. The quickest that could happen would be 2014. And then if 50.1% of the people in Kentucky say we should be able to have the right to decide how to invest in our local communities, then in the following years, you all would decide in your own counties what projects should go on your referendum, and then people vote them up or down. So we're going to be calling this project LIFT, like lift me up, Local Investments for Transformation. That sounds a lot better than LOST, Local Option Sales Tax. Okay? So when you hear about us with the LIFT project, Local Investments for Transformation, if you're not for it, please keep an open mind. As you hear more about it, most people can identify with it. Because when you talk about a project and you're part of the county, most everybody can point to something that needs to be done, but you just don't know how you're going to pay for it. This is a way that we can all pay for it, and we take control of our own destiny. So my role here today was really not to come and lobby on a policy issue, but I could not resist it given the fact that you all were going to be here, and then we've got our legislative session coming up in January. So please let us know if you'd like to be part of the effort. We'll be rolling this out statewide as well. So this is for the entire state. All of our counties can participate in that. And let's have the grand discussion in Frankfurt and see if we can get a little bit more local control in all of our counties. So welcome to Louisville. If you need anything while you're here, within reason, let me know and we'll accommodate you all. Okay, thanks a lot. Have a great session. Bye-bye.